So I was sitting here and I was like, people don't know how I got into real estate or why I got into real estate. So here we are. For those of you who don't know, my name is Joslin Cuthbertson. I am a real estate agent here in the Los Angeles metropolitan area. And I have been in the real estate game for now about 5 years. Prior to being licensed here in Los Angeles, I was licensed in New York City. I lived in New York City for about 5 years. I went to school at New York University, shout out to NYU, in their School of Professional Studies, and received my master's degree in public relations and corporate communications. No, actually, let me give y'all the backstory for real. I am from Charlotte, North Carolina, and wait, sidebar, where do you say you're from? I was born in a certain town and I moved to another town when I was 7 years old until I graduated high school. So where am I from? Am I from that city that I was born up until I was 7, or am I from that 7 until high school? I just tell people with the 7 to high school. But anyway, so I'm from Charlotte. I moved to Charlotte when I was 7 and I graduated high school there. After Charlotte, after high school, I went to Hampton University, the real HU, and I got my degree in business administration. I was on a 5-year MBA track, so it was a fast track. I ended up graduating early, and I graduated early in 2013 because my class was 2014. I graduated December 2013 because I was on that fast track and decided to pursue my master's at NYU. So I moved out of Virginia in December 2013, got my acceptance letter to the master's program in January of 2014 and moved to New York, packed my stuff up and moved to New York. I had already been in New York prior to me going to school there. I had interned my sophomore year, the summer of my sophomore year, going into my junior year. I was an intern for an organization called BRAG. Shout out to BRAG. It is a Black Retail Action Group. It's, again, why I've literally been in retail. I've been in retail for forever, but that is an organization called the Black Retail Action Group, and they basically assist minorities to enter into the fashion retail industries. It's a very great program. If you don't know about it, you need to know about it. Shout out to Bragg again. So I interned there. That was my first time in New York, and that is what motivated me. I was like, oh, that was my first time in New York, 2012. I was like, oh, when I graduate, I'm moving to New York. Like, I gotta be in New York. But so fast forward, went to grad school at NYU, and then now I'm getting my master's in PR and public communications. Fun program. PR was fun, but at that time, it was, to be honest, I'm not gonna even, may sound absurd, but I mean, I wanted to go to NYU, and I, didn't mind getting my degree. Listen to me, didn't mind getting my degree in PR, because I actually like the subject. I like the study of public relations and learning how to deal with the public in a good way. But one would say, like, oh, you have your master's degree from NYU and you're working retail. I get that a lot, but yes, working retail has worked tremendously for me. I'm in a good position now. I don't really regret where I am. It has worked for me. And I've learned, a lot of things working retail, especially at the luxury level. Um, During my tenure at NYU, I had a decision to really delve into fashion. I had an opportunity to intern in the fashion closet at Barney's, New York, in the store. And I was assisting like the top personal shopper there. She was head of personal shopping. And she basically assisted all the celebrity stylists and ran the studio services department at Barney's, New York. So I interned under her there. But I had the opportunity to intern in the Barney's PR office, and I declined and went with the studio services. So I say all that to say I delved really hard into more I call myself the styling, more fashion side of things rather than going more corporate. So also while in school at NYU, I started working retail. I started working at Bloomingdale's 59th Street was like my first, I think, commission job. I was in the helmet laying department. I thought I was like, yes, I was making some money. I was in grad school. I was like, okay, I'm working too. And that's how I got into retail. Fast forward, currently working at Christian Dior here in Beverly Hills. Been doing retail ever since, and I was in grad school. I graduated 2015 from NYU, so that was like 2014, 2015 when I started working at Bloomingdale's. So from Bloomingdale's, I went to Burberry, and then I moved and worked for a very luxe boutique in Charlotte called Capital. Very small, intimate setting, but some very fascinating pieces. If you're ever in the Charlotte area, check out Capital. They also have one opened up with Irene Neuwirth in Brentwood. So yeah, check that out. Anyway, so I say all that to say I've been in retail working in sales and now on the luxury side of things. So I've gotten to engage with that high-end, ultra-high net worth client. And seeing that this retail now for me is sales, I mean, I technically run my own business, a multi-million-dollar business by myself. I mean, of course, I have supportive, management and things like that, but I'm running it by myself as a salesperson. So I've always been into houses as well. As a child, I would like, Mom, let's go to this open house. I would see an open house sign, like, let's go, I want to go see it. And I would just be so fascinated at the nice homes because I would always choose, of course, the big ones. Like, let's go to the other side of town because, I didn't stay in the hood, but I didn't stay in the rich, wealthy, affluent neighborhoods in Charlotte. So, I wanted to go to the other side of town to look at the open houses. So I've always been fascinated with nice homes and architecture. I actually used to want to be an architect. I took drafting classes in high school from 9th grade all the way until 12th grade. I took drafting, which is pretty much very similar to architecture. From that, I knew I was like, oh no, yeah, this is not for me. But again, I've always been into just nice homes and unique residential properties. It's just always been my thing. So I was like, I'm working luxury retail. I work for all these, these brands, Burberry, Net-a-Porter, Bergdorf Goodman, Christian Dior. I can network and sell these, luxury houses. Now, it is not as easy as it sounds, of course, but the concept of me being able to build this multi-million-dollar book, engaging with these high-end clients, I'm sure that these skills are transferable into this career. That's pretty much why I decided to really delve into real estate. Besides the fact that real estate is king, um, it has been known to be the most long lasting, uh, the best investment that you can make, that you'll possibly make in your life. But you guys knew that. Um, but yeah, that's how I got into real estate. I was licensed in New York City. Um, Doing rentals there was crazy, but I definitely enjoyed it, and enjoyed just being in New York City, showing apartments and all the different, I'm sure, in New York, I saw some crazy things in New York showing those apartments. But just being able to have that under my belt and say I was out there hustling in the hot sun, getting on trains, going to show apartments, going to show, I think the most expensive apartment that I showed, I think it was leasing for 15,000. It was a loft. It was really nice. Yeah, at that time I was at Corcoran, and I had started working for this team of two ladies who basically had hired me to show their listings. Um, it was a good experience, but again, I'm just happy to say that I have that under my belt. And now that I am here in Los Angeles, I am super excited to see what is next for me as far as real estate. Again, now that you know that I'm a realtor and how I've gotten into it, if there's any questions that you have, please reach out to me, whether it's in real estate or my fashion career or just anything. If you see something on my page and you're like curious, I'm definitely open to questions. Nothing crazy now, nothing crazy. But yeah, again, thank you. I'm gonna be probably doing more of this. This is just my testing the waters, my first episode. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, comment, blast, do what y'all do. Send it in the group chat, whatever y'all doing. But yeah, peace.